This is it then. We are ready to go for MotoGP Esports qualifying. This is from the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Kiko Giles and Jack Gorst here. This is one of our home rounds, I think we can say. We are not far away from this magnificent venue, literally and physically. And this 15-minute qualifying session, this is going to be something a bit special to set the first Grand Prix of the year, the first grid of the year.
Yeah, the first Grand Prix qualifying. And then, of course, if you're watching Global Series for the first time here in the MotoGP eSport world, we've already had a Tissot Sprint qualifying, the first ever one that has set the grid for the Tissot Sprint. For the first round of the Global Series, you can catch it on the YouTube, watch it after this one, and then you can also watch the qualifying for Race 2 as well. You just go to the MotoGP eSport YouTube channel and you'll be able to find them all there. But with this one then, yep, the first Grand Prix race, it's going to be quite a big one. We've got some names in here that are new to us, but won't spoil it, have done a very, very good job in the first qualifying session for that Tissot Sprint of the year.
And of course, we've got some riders who were with us last year in esports who have really risen to the occasion. If you're just joining us, a lot of riders have moved on to pastures new. For example, second and third in last year's championship, Andrea Severi and Davide Gallina are both out this year. They're not coming back. It is a real bung fight, really, for the top of the tree in esports. Is this qualifying session? Everyone's just on their out laps. This is one of our new riders, Kainster, 28 from Germany on the Gas Factory Racing Tech 3 machine. And he's looked good so far in what we've seen of him so far coming into this ahead of the Global Series, the first round, really, of this year. This was Plat 1 for life, and what can we say about him? A bit of a struggle on the VR46 Muni Ducati in the first session. We're not going to spoil it. That was back at Mugello. He's looking to make up ground, though, Jack, here in Barcelona.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be looking for slightly better qualifying. We'll run you through all the housekeeping because we do have time. We've got 13 minutes and it's a couple of minutes before we have any representative times coming on the board, with Adrian leading the way once again. So run you through it then. So Adrian Severi, as Kiko said, has gone on to pastures new. He's gone on to do some serious stuff, some serious life work. So he has gone the former world, yeah, a proper job, a very cool job as well.
We're in his slipstream.
We are. So he's gone on to do that. Obviously, he was racing for the Suzuki team last year. He has now gone. Davide Gallina, he's also gone, as Kiko said, was riding for Aprilia last season, did a decent job with them, finishing, I think, 9th in the championship last year. And then Piero Ricciuti, the man that finished second in only his second esports season as well. He has retired from eSport for the moment, so he's gone as well. And others, Vindex, and also the very likeable Australian Mr. TFTW, he has decided after a long, long time in the Global Series to not bother with this year. So we send our well wishes to him. Hope he's doing all good in Australia and enjoying the show this year.
It is, however, a time to shine for the likes of some new riders, Davide Teresi, or someone like Jack Hammer, Britain's Jack Hammer, who's been fast all the way coming into this, and this is a real chance now on the KTM, which we know is a bike to be on in real-world MotoGP. It's also a bike to be on here, and he's chasing your reigning champion, Adrian, on track now. There's a first lap time about to come in.
He does, yeah. He actually looks like he's a little bit closer to him at the start of the lap there. And we go on board with Adrian with a follow cam. Firing out the last corner here at Circuit de Barcelona, 1:35, but that is bested by over half a second.
Massive.
For Jack Hammer. That is absolute, well, that's an epoch in MotoGP eSport terms. Christian MO17, he fires up to second, so Adrian's brother has bettered him on this first lap. But with 11 minutes to go, there is still plenty of time. There's
plenty of time. They're looking for time when they're cutting corners like that. That's all so they can get that extra lap in right at the end. This is Kainster, 28. He is in 6th place at the moment. This is Christian on the LCR Honda Castrol machine. He's just got up to 2nd place. So obviously Adrian, the reigning champion, his lap time probably not the best one straight out of the box. He'll be looking to improve that. The ones with the exclamation marks on the sidebar that you can see on the left hand of your screen, that is because their laps that they are currently on are invalid.
So then, let's chat you through some of the others. Of course, we've spoken a little bit about Kainster, a little bit about Plat 1 for life. But we do have to point out as well some of the guys that are a little bit further back in this session at the moment. We come on board with Miki Raiko, the Indonesian. He's racing for Gresini this year, and it looks as though he could be a bit of a factor. Did pretty good in the first Tissot Sprint qualifying session. We'll see what he can do once he puts in a representative lap time around here. But a big welcome to him in the Global Series, as this is his debut season, and we're very, very excited to see what he can do. Not only him, but also Aiki. If you're from Asia, that general area of the world, there's another rider to shout for, Aiki, the Malaysian. He's going to be riding for the RNF team, of course. Razan Razali from Malaysia, heavily involved with the Sepang circuit, so it makes sense to have a Malaysian on their MotoGP eSport motorcycle.
6 different nationalities on the grid, and as Jack just said, from all over the world. We've got Britons at the top with Jack Hammer at the moment and Plat 1 for life. We've got the Spaniards of Adrian, and also further round we've got the Italians. 3-time champion Trast is back, as well as Davide Teresi. Christian is here as well, 2nd place right now in this session. Spain, Daniele Aloe, 26 from Italy, as well as Spadalongo, who's back this year with new colours. He's brilliant this year. But then, as we get right through the field, Keinster from Germany, but we do have Aiki 13, the Malaysian, as well as Miki Raiko, who's both doing a fantastic job so far. They're getting their lap times in, and we're right with him now. This is Aiki 13, tipping into turn 1 at Barcelona. The Malaysian rider really looking to make amends this year. We've got to watch out for the likes of him and Miki Raiko. Both of them showing great steps forward coming into this year through all of the draft rounds. They really are ones to watch, and you know how it is in esports, anything can happen. It's totally unpredictable, and with more races, more sprints in terms of they are new sprints, more opportunities, we could expect to see something pretty special from all of them. But they're going to have to get through this ride. This is the number 73, the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP factory rider of Trast, the 3-time champion in esports. Jack, we have seen him over the course of a few years now, and he is really one of the benchmark riders, even if it didn't all go to plan last year.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the benchmark riders for sure. Though last year, you have to say, maybe just that outright pace in qualifying was slightly lacking. Sorry, Trast, I don't want to offend, but it certainly seems that this year maybe the competition has taken a step up. Obviously, we'll wait to see this year how it goes, but we do know that Trast is still incredibly fast, and we'll see what he can do on this lap. It doesn't look like he's going to be going P1, but certainly PBs. Of course, he hasn't set a time just yet, so we'll see how close it really is. But definitely the 3-time champion. Going to be looking to show them exactly why he is that formidable opponent here, because last year didn't quite work out. 3rd then, not bad at all, just a 1/4 of a second off Jack Hammer's blistering lap time. And I'll tell you what, actually, Jack is on a red split through the 1st sector, so flying again, looking to extend his advantage. Here's Davide Teresi coming across the line. He stays 7th, but improves his lap time. Not too far away from Adrian now. Adrian, 6th place, not terrible, but he will be looking for better. Yeah, 1/2 a second off. You've got to think that Adrian's going to be moving forward, but what a lap that was from Jack Hammer, a 1:35.3. And himself and Adrian have been the ones that we've been looking at, looking good all the way through so far. Adrian drops to an orange 2nd sector, so he's not an outright best. Jack Hammer, who's a little bit further up the road of him on track, is looking good. He's 2 red sectors. He's going to come down his hard braking zone at turn 10. This is probably one of the hardest areas of the track that's a shame.
To perfect, Jack, as we see Davide Teresi has gone down.
Yeah, Davide Teresi's gone down then. So Jack coming through the 3rd split. We're into the final split now. Still up. 3 red sectors to his name. The only rider on track. That was close to track limits. There you are, doing a little bit of grass tracking there, possibly on the inside. But it looks as though it hasn't affected him for now. We're looking back at Christian, but we really need to see Jack Hammer coming across the line to see what he can do.
He's coming to pit lane.
Well, that's a little bit disappointed.
Well, we gave him a big build-up, and he's obviously probably listening in here.
Look at this. Christian, red split through the 3rd one. What can he do now?
Christian coming through these last 2 corners. Very, very technical penultimate corner, but if you get it right, which he looks like he has, he had that front end buried in the curb, down in towards the last corner. Will we see heroics in here? Come the races, bouncing onto the front straight then. Jack Hammer's in the pit lane. Christian goes up to P2 and misses out by just 0.02 of a second. So you got front row here, a provisional front row covered by just less than 1/10 of a second, with 3 different manufacturers on it as well. Adrian is in 4th place, not top Honda, and he's going to need a final lap time. Less than 1/4 of a second, completing the top 5. All the riders in now. Fresh rubber, perfecting the setup maybe a little bit more. Miki Raikkonen comes across the line. He's in touch. Not bad lap time here. He's just missing that little extra tenth and a half or so to get him onto that second row.
Yeah, 3/4 of a second covering top 10 riders. Of course, Aiki hasn't quite set a lap time yet, but we know that he is fast, so he'll surely be in the mix once he does. But yeah, that just shows how close it is in the MotoGP Esport Global Series this year, around such a long track as well, one of the longer ones that we go to, and it's just 0.736 of a second covering the top 10.
5 minutes to go in this session then. Daniele Aloe is on an in-lap by the looks of it. He's already invalidated, so I suppose that's a get back to the pits. This is into turn 10. He's almost gone straight into the pits there, through the gravel. Not quite, just about picked it up right. So through the third to last corner, he should be coming in for a bit of fresh rubber, I'd imagine. Soft rubber going in that Ducati, and then he'll be trying to use the power of that Ducati all the way through down towards the front straight. He doesn't come in.
Yeah,
yes, he does.
He is on an in-lap. Number 23 on that as well. I wonder if he's an Enea Bastianini fan, or maybe...
Oh, a Kinari fan. There we go. Ryoichi Kinari has been welded into esports history there for the first time on comms.
In case you can't tell, I'm a big Kyo fan, so there we go.
What's your surname again?
We'll have to ask him if it is for Enea Bastianini. He's Italian, so it's very, very possible that it is for Enea Bastianini. Here's Aiki then. He's on PB, of course. He hasn't said lap time, so we don't know roughly where this is going to stack up, but I'm sure it's a half-decent lap because it looks like he's not coming into the pits. So Aiki then, with 3.5 minutes to go, looks like he's finally going to get on the board. The Malaysian firing out the final corner right now on the RNF Aprilia across the line, and it's 0.836 off, just a tenth behind Miki Raikkonen, the Indonesian.
Yep, so that's a lap time on the board. Now, of course, that's more important in the sprint qualifying session because you only have a set time of 5 minutes. Here, it's a 15-minute session, so it doesn't matter if you don't get it nailed on right from the start. We're going to pick up Jack Hammer now for good reason. He set a personal, an outright best through the first sector, but he's not on anything spectacular in that middle sector. With the way he's pushing that front end, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a related cause to that grey sector. He's going to come down into towards sector 3 now, into the braking area of turn 10, backing it in, and he's picked up time there. The number 67 on the front of the KTM. No, it isn't Shaky Byrne from 2005. It is Jack Hammer on the eSports KTM, and he is picking up time, hand over fist. He's going to come through now in sector 4 as we cut away to Trask. Trask is on a personal best. Will he be able to pick anything up down in towards that third sector? It doesn't look like it. He's on an orange lap at the moment. He's going to be improving himself, but not outright in the session. Jack Hammer across the line, a 35-1. He has just put the goalposts even wider apart. Now nearly 2 tenths back to Christian. We're going to pick up now through the final sector. Trask, what has he got in response to that absolutely magnificent lap by Jack Hammer?
Yeah, 4 tenths off at the moment. It's not going to be too far off. He is on PB, so he's going to close that gap. He's only got about half a tenth. Oh, and he doesn't improve by much. Only picks up about 0.03 of a second. Trask then improves his lap time, but stays in 5th, although there are still 2 minutes to go. He could well get 2 more lap times in, but it depends what he decides to do with his tyres. He might be on a little bit of a slower lap now, just to let those tyre temperatures cool down. As we do see now Christian MM17, and ahead of him his brother Adrian 26. So the Montenegro brothers, they're on a charge now. We'll see what they can do on this lap.
Yeah, and also on a charge is the Ducati of Daniele. He's up in 3rd place already. Red sector in the first sector. Christian is on an absolute flyer as well. Red sector through the first sector.
On the curb on the way in.
You're careful. I remember a time when you couldn't touch a single curb around here in Barcelona eSports. So, coming down in towards turn 5. Oh, dear me, that's a pole lap gone then, and he's going to run out of time to get back as well. So that could be all over for Christian in 2nd place. He has crashed down. Looked like it was turn 4. This is back with your current 3rd place now to the 23 of Daniele Aloe, 26. Grey sector through sector 2, so he's going to need to find time. But we have seen a lot of grey sectors through sector 2. Not for Adrian, your defending champion. He is on an absolute barnstorm at the moment. Red sector for him. 3rd sector has been clocked through by Daniele Aloe. It's an orange sector. Jack Hammer has just come across the line as well to start his final flying lap, but so far it doesn't look like it's going to trouble anyone. Oh, disaster. Miki Raikkonen has gone down, the number 49 on the Gresini Ducati, so 10th might be the best he's going to salvage out of this. through the final corner. Daniele Aloe is coming to the line now. What's he going to do? It's an orange third sector. When he comes across the line, no improvement. Disaster.
And Adrian then hips both Christian, his brother, and Daniele, the newcomer, as well. So he goes up to second. That's cracking stuff from the world champion. He is going to get one more lap in if he wants it. So we'll see what he decides to do. Christian MM17, his qualifying's done. We're only 3 seconds on the clock. There's nothing he can do. He's in pit lane. Spadalongo then. Oh, no, it's not Spadalongo. He was on VR46 last year.
This is Plat 1 for life.
This is Plat 1 for life. But his lap, I think he must have gone over track limits because that is gone as well. So there's no improvement there for him. So it is all going to be on. It is just Spadalongo that's on a live lap.
Oh, no, it isn't. It's gone down now. That's out of it. That's 8th place in the middle of the third row.
So then it's pole for Jack Hammer. He's done the business. First pole of the season for him, with Adrian, the world champion, in second, and his brother Christian Montenegro right behind him on the front row as well. Once again, the newcomers doing brilliantly. Daniele on the factory Ducati in fourth. Trastevere, the three-time champ. That's not too bad from him. He'll take it. Davide Teresi, Plat 1 for life. Keinster, Spadalongo, Mickey Raiko, and Aiki rounding out the field there in 11th place.